Okay, what's good, everyone? It's your boy GD, the sports actor, and we're here tuned in with another day talking about the New York Giants. I mean, the Giants just had an incredible joint practice with the Detroit Lions. We had one last year, and I think these joint practices they're very effective. I mean, not only do you get to test out a lot of your strategy. Not only do you get your players to go up against other opponents, it just keeps things fresh. So you're not going against, the same people every single time, going against your teammates where you might have to reduce a little bit of the physicality, reduce a little bit of the aggression on some of the plays that you might not have to in a live game setting. And that's what these joint practices are. A little bit above a practice nature, but a little bit below a live action game. And so I find them to be incredibly beneficial. Shout out to the Detroit Lions for, doing this with us, Dan Campbell and that crowd. A great team to want to go up against in a joint practice like this before preseason's kickoff, especially for the fact that the Detroit Lions went far in the NFC. They are an improved team with an improved offense and improved defense, and so going against them to get a litmus test on where your team is, I feel like this is a good team to do just that. And so if we look at everything that happened and occurred during this practice, I mean, we can have a lot of takeaways. First and foremost, that boy Malik Nabers is a dog, straight up and down. I mean, a bona fide star. A star. I mean, Malik Nabers has not only made plays in this joint practice, he's made plays in training camp, he's made plays just since he's become a Giant, since he put the hat on. He's been making plays, all right, making the decision to be a Giant and accepting it wholeheartedly and knowing what was going to come with joining this franchise, knowing the eyeballs and stepping up to the stage and just knowing what he can bring. He's definitely brought it every day at camp. And so, during the joint practice, Malik Nabers had an incredible catch. I believe it looked like it was at about the 3-yard line. Daniel Jones threw a bomb, just a perfect throw to Malik Nabers. They called it during the live practice, the joint practice. They called it out of bounds, but that ref over there does not know what he was talking about. If you looked at that video, and I didn't even need slow-mo to be able to see what I saw, that was a 2-toe tapping dance move right there, my boy. 2-tapping dance move. Oh, man, Malik Nabers is going to be so fun, so electrifying, and just burning corners all throughout the league. Not only were we able to see that from, the offense, we were also able to see Daniel Jones connect with Jalen Hyatt on 7-on-7s. We were able to see Daniel Jones dump off pass to Theo Johnson, which was awesome. And Theo Johnson is just and I've stated before in my other videos, he's the type of tight end that you would build literally in a game. When you look at speed, when you look at physicality, when you look at strength, when you look at just hands and the ability to catch the ball and create yards afterwards. I mean, the guy is just an incredible talent, and I'm so glad that we have him on our team, especially as a replacement for Darren Waller. I truly believe that Theo Johnson will be starting over Bellinger. I mean, the guy just has better hands. Yes, Bellinger will be, he will be involved, especially when it comes to run blocking, pass blocking, switching them out when one is tired and you want to get the other one in, fresh legs. That will happen. I mean, Theo Johnson is still a rookie coming out of Penn State. But if we're talking about just who the better player is at that position, who would I want there as more options for Daniel Jones to be able to throw the ball to stretch out the defense a little bit more? I think Theo Johnson is just a more solid individual when you're thinking about things like that. Throughout the practice, like I said, there was great physicality, great excitement. You saw Daniel Jones getting into the heap of some of these fights and just defending his own players, and that shows a lot. I mean, right now DJ is on the hot seat for this season, and he's showing. He's showing not only can I battle back through adversity, but he's showing the other teams and putting them on notice that he's heard the comments. He knows what people have said, not only behind closed doors, but in articles, and some of them have even named themselves, and let them know how they feel about, or let the press know about how they feel about DJ. And so I feel like DJ's coming in with just a lot more aggression, just knowing who he is. And like I said, once you've been at the bottom, the only other place to go is up. And DJ's been at the bottom. He's been ridiculed, been called trash. He's been on Hard Knocks to where you've seen that the guy was almost traded, and he's seen it. He's watched the videos. They've had discussions about letting him go and moving on. But in the end, the Giants stuck with DJ and said, we just need to get this guy better protection and better weapons. And that's exactly what they did. And so you see that DJ sees that the team is fighting for him. So it looks like he's going out there and he's showing that I'm going to fight if I need to as well. Nobody's going to sit here and bully my teammates in front of me. So that was awesome. We had another fight, I believe, between Amon-Ra St. Brown and Drew Phillips. I think Drew Phillips got in maybe two. But playing that slot corner, that slot corner position, I think it is necessary for you to have a little bit of an aggression. I think it is necessary for you to be a dog in the middle when everything is going around and people try to bully you with a lot of crosses or try to pin you up with jams and such and things like of that nature. I think it's going to be most necessary for whoever sits in that position, which I believe will be Andrew Phillips week 1, for you to have a little bit more of a dog in you. And that is exactly what he presented. That's exactly what he showed that he's going to bring to the table. So I don't mind it. I mean, like he said, I believe he tweeted out there that, he just believes that maybe Amon-Ra St. Brown just didn't like the fact that he was doing his job effectively. I mean, the guy is guarding you. He's giving you trouble while you're at camp, and it's a rookie who's putting you on straps. And yes, he did catch the ball, but for most of camp, I'd like to say Amon-Ra was really quiet. There were no Netflix interviews in this one. I'll tell you that right here, right now, folks. So super, super excited about, some of the things that we're seeing from the rookies, from Malik Neighbors, Theo Johnson, Andrew Phillips. And as far as the defense is concerned, let's not overlook that defensive line that we have. I mean, the New York Giants of old is looking like we're back. I mean, we have Daniel Jones, damn near same personality as Eli Manning. We had our some elite receivers, that reminds us of receivers of the past through Amani Toomer, Hakeem Nicks, Plaxico Burress. We have an elite wide receiver core room. We have running backs that are interchangeable between Singletary, Tyrone Tracy. We'll see what happens with Eric Gray. Like I said, I would prefer for Tyrone Tracy to, I believe he's won that spot behind Devin Singletary, but we'll see. And then we have our amazing defense. New York Giants have always been known for their defense. We bring the heat when it comes to defense. And so to be able to see Brian Burns just out here just cooking the O-line, cooking the left tackle for the Detroit Lions through Sewell, I believe his name is. I mean, it's just incredible to see all the upgrades that we've brought, that we've added, and the New York Giants are just they're looking good. And so I'm super, super excited. I love to see some of the legends that had pulled up to the camp between Tom Coughlin, Michael Strahan. Looks like Victor Cruz was there as well. just the support that they're getting from the legends, to be able to let them know the history about what's going on, why this 100th year is so important, what the Giants organizations have done for them in the past, and what it means to feel like a champion and be a champion, and that it's attainable, whether you're in the wild card spot or you just have a good record and you continue to just push through. But we're seeing a lot of great things that we want to see. It's nice to be able to see some of the skill set, translate from not just Giant versus Giant, but now Giant versus other team through the Detroit Lions. So on Thursday, we're going to have our first official game against the Detroit Lions. And I believe that will be, maybe around 5 Pacific Standard Time, maybe 8 o'clock. Definitely on another video, I'll definitely have that time out there for you guys. But super excited to see us go. We have another day 2 practice tomorrow. And some of the other takeaways, before I move on, I don't want to overlook the fact that we did have some other great plays from people like, Dante Miller, who seems to be making a highlight for himself. Looks like we had, Tommy DeVito over there throwing passes into the end zone. Of course, DeVito Cutlet's doing his thing. You had Bobby Okereke for a beautiful interception and just a weak pass from Jared Goff. Also, shout out that boy Isaiah Simmons, just making an incredible stop on a red zone. I believe it was right there at the one couple inches. Ball was thrown by Jared Goff. Isaiah Simmons jams his hand in there and knocks the ball away and shuts the play down. And I believe we stopped the Detroit Lions, twice in the red zone. So awesome to see some good, strong red zone defense. Awesome to see the strength of Isaiah Simmons just in there as well. And I think we're only getting better, and we've only gotten better from the practices that we've seen. If you've been following the Giants so far, following as many clips as you can, getting as many interviews after post interviews as we can watch to try to get some of this information, you've been able to see that the room is getting exciting. I mean, this blue wave is more than just, we're about to rain down on Amon-Ra St. Brown. I mean, this blue wave is really about to crash down onto the NFL, and I think the Giants are a sleeper team right now. We're a dark horse, and I prefer it that way. We got a lot of publicity after our 2022 run. I don't know if that was part of the factor. We had a lot of just freak accident things that were happening, but from what we've been able to build off of, where we know that we're coming from as far as last season to where we're going, I just believe that we are already leaps ahead from where we were. So super excited to continue to start pressing on some of these commentary after a few of these practices as we start heading into the preseason, which will fly by, and then before you know it, September will roll around, September 8th, and we're going up against Minnesota, J.J. McCarthy and Justin Jefferson and those boys. So super excited. We have our first preseason game coming up on Thursday against the Detroit Lions, and that's all we're looking forward to, and we'll just take each of these games game at a time, whatever they throw at us, we'll be ready. But the New York Giants are looking great. The New York Giants are looking like a team that is definitely should be on people's radars with a lot of weapons. So if you're in fantasy, a lot of these receivers, Daniel Jones himself, these are, people that will probably be around in some of these later rounds. So I definitely would not overlook, definitely don't make it known that you're going for some of these sleepers, but keep them on your draft list, keep them on your eye, on your radar, because I definitely think that these are players that will surprise a lot of people in fantasy and surprised a lot of people in the season in real life. So just want to put that news out there. Day 1 of a joint practice with the Detroit Lions. Day 2 tomorrow. We'll probably have some big hype news there. Detroit Lions, I know they're itching to get back out there and try to redeem themselves, but the Giants just need to continue to put the pressure, continue to, get themselves out there. And I do have a question out there for all the Giant fans. We're playing well right now. We really are. Do you think at some point we bubble wrap Malik Neighbors, Daniel Jones, and some of these starters? We don't want any freak accidents to happen, but we do know that practice makes perfect. We want our guys to get out there and get the reps, get that confidence out there. Daniel Jones said that he does want to play in the preseason one game. But, at what point do we sit our guys down? We say, okay, we've seen what we've seen. Let's get some of these secondary, third, string guys in here, and let's put our starters on ice until week 8. What would you guys do? I think, you let them practice. Me personally, I think you let them practice and, get out there for the first preseason game, but then you put them on ice for the Texans and the Jets, and then, we pop out week 8 against Minnesota. But that's just me personally. I love what we're doing right now. The Bull is just a master of work. You can see it with some of these routes and some of these setups that he has right now. And then Joe Shane just out there, just getting involved as a GM, just really shows that they're committed to really turn this organization around and just give an elite product, to the people and to the fans. And so super excited, man. But that's all we got for right now. Just wanted to shout you guys out. Appreciate you for watching. If you stuck through this whole thing, make sure to like, subscribe, and give your boy any comments for anything else that I can do better. But this is my time, and it's your boy, GD the Sports Actor. Thanks, guys. Peace.